Guys, we had a little bit of an uptick from the smart money stable sales. You know, this is one of my favorite indicators. Does it mean we're about to see a pullback in the market? Not necessarily, but these are the smartest people in crypto, and I like to pay attention to this chart, as well as the technicals look bearish as well, right? With the SMC bots flagging up sell signals all over the place, and we're starting to close below this very key levels here again. So we're going to talk about the TA, some of the news that's going on, what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, so let's get into it. So obviously this is the stablecoin balances ticked up a little bit. When this ticks up, this means that smart money are selling their altcoins. I pay close attention to it. It's not at a panic phase just yet. But they are starting to wake up, and we are seeing some profit taken, right? Hundreds of millions, not just small amounts. So yeah, I have taken some shorts, and for multiple reasons. So let's have a look at the charts, because this is one of the main indicators that we have that we might be seeing some downside. So first of all, we had this massive rally, okay? So it's important to zoom out and realize that, you know, we had this huge rally. We made a lot of money. We took long positions down here somewhere. And I mean, guys, it just kept going up and up. I think I made around $200,000 on BingX on my long positions. It was going up. It was going. I was all over Twitter saying take profit at 100K. And it did actually hit 100K plus. And I took profits, I think around here somewhere, way before. Not way before, but, you know, close to 100K. I'd made enough, right? I didn't want to hold and it come back and we have some sort of scam wick, because it can happen in crypto. So I took profits anyway, but we weren't too far from the top, from the local top and reversal. So we had this massive rally. Usually what happens after a rally, you have a correction, right? I talked about this before. I said to the guys, look, it's likely we don't just get a rejection at 100K. They'll probably push it up, liquidate all the longs, liquidate all the shorts, because everyone was going short at 100K. Liquidate all the shorts and then bring it down, right? And that's kind of what we're seeing. Usually after a big rally, you see some sort of a correction. Normally you don't see rally, pause, rally to the upside, right? Things don't go up vertically, especially when you've gone up nearly 50% in a very short amount of time. So we had this buy signal. We retested the SMC, didn't get any sales. Retested the SMC, almost got below, tried to stay back above, and now we're closing below. This daily candle on the SMC moving average, see how it's trying to close here? It's trying to close below this, and this would mean that this is going to slightly start to roll over, okay? So very, very important level. This candle closes in 6 hours, so we've still got 6 hours to wait to see if this closes below. If we start to get a couple of daily closes below this level, very bearish. And notice how the green, can you see how it's just flipping red in the background here? This green SMC moving average is just starting to turn red. The daily is looking to close below with quite a substantial candle. There's loads of signs here that say we're about to have a reversal, okay? So we've also got this signal here. So of course we've got this horizontal support. So let's draw this out. We've got this horizontal support here. Quite a big level, okay? So we've tapped this once, twice, 3, 4. This is the sixth time we're tapping this level on the daily. What happens when you tap a level, when you kick on it? It's like a door, right? You kick on the door, it gets weaker, it gets weaker. The more times you kick a door, the weaker it becomes, and eventually the door breaks through. We've only tapped to the upside once, okay? So for now, it's like a magnet. It's being drawn down to the downside, and it keeps breaking the wall. There's only so many times that traders and investors are going to buy this level. Okay, there's only so many times they're going to buy this and hope that it holds. Eventually, it's going to break below. Now, what happens when it closes below the door? There was a lot of people who have sell triggers and limit orders, and they'll close their trades and they'll flip short, right? So a lot of people are waiting for a daily close below this level for a short position. I've already entered short positions. I entered short positions a couple of days ago, and I'm holding those. I think my DYOR short is around 200% profit. Yeah, it's around 201% profit now. I'm in bunch of other shorts. If you want to see those guys, jump in the Discord. You can see all my trades, what I'm doing. One of them's 22% in profit, 48%, 33%. They're chopping up and down with BTC, but pretty good gains so far. I'm going to hold those open because I think if BTC loses this level, I think we're going to see quite a big dip in altcoins. I'm not saying it's over, guys. I think we're going to bounce back. I'm just saying short term, it's likely we're going to have a correction. Now, also, we talked about the SMC bot rolling over like this, okay? We also we can see momentum slowing down, right? Look at momentum slowing down, right? We tried to make a high, small pullback, tried to make a high, small pullback, tried to make a high. We couldn't get above, right? This was a little bit of a fake out here because we did push up here, but couldn't get above. So we made a high here and then we made a lower high. And if we come down here and start making new lower lows, you know, we're in a serious downtrend. Okay, we're in a serious downtrend. There's a way to work out where the technical target of this is. So another pattern we've got so many signals. We've got shoulder, head, right? So we've got a clear head and shoulders pattern here forming. And if we do, let's work out this from the top of the head and shoulders to support down to the bottom. This is our technical target. And if you watch my channel, you know how many times these technical targets play out to the T. Technical target would bring us down to 76,000. Okay, now quite a big drop, guys. If it does come down here, we're going to see a lot of sell pressure from altcoins, and we're going to see quite a sudden sell-off, right? And this is why I'm staying in my short positions, because I think they're going to absolutely print if we lose this support. Okay, so that's the technical target. Now look at the weekly on the SMC. How interesting is this? Fourth piece of confluence. We know that when BTC rallies, it comes back to this weekly support, the weekly SMC support, right? Look at this for the weekly support. We got a buy signal from the SMC, but on the weekly down here at 26k, have not had any sell signals apart from this because it closed just below, but then it was a fake out and got straight back above, and the SMC bot flipped straight back to a buy signal. So we had a buy signal at 26k, no sell signals, but look at the price. Absolutely rallied, came exactly back to the SMC weekly level. So we know that this is quite a consistent level for price to return to, especially after it's had a major rally. And look, if we zoom in, you can see it annoys me that these sell signals come up because it just closed below, right? It literally just closed below. And then the next weekly didn't close below. So if you look, the next weekly closed at the same level. So I wouldn't have sold or gone short here. I would have wanted to see a really decent close below. So like a close down here somewhere on the weekly, like a decent substantial close. But it's kind of sitting on the SMC bot moving average. So it annoys me that that sell signal is there because it would have looked so clean. But look, you got the buy signal. You have to understand how it works, right? It's this green moving average that is our main support line that price reverts back to. Now look how this is lining up. This is lining up perfectly. This technical target of this head and shoulders is lining up perfectly with the SMC bot. And if we draw imagine this is kind of trending like this, we can imagine that this is going to come something like this, especially if the price comes down. It's going to have some sort of level like this. BTC is going to come down. Obviously, it's not going to come down in a straight line. You know, is it going to come down like this sideways? Are we going to see a sudden dramatic sell-off and it comes down to 74k? Are we going to see a slow shakeout liquidating people when it comes down to here? I don't know, but I think when we touch this support here, I think that's going to be quite an area for a lot of buys. Now, one thing that doesn't add up is if we do come down to 75, 76k, it doesn't add up with the previous support. Usually you'll come down and tap the previous support, which would be, if it was a bullish bounce, I mean, we could say 72k. If it was an aggressive sell-off, we could say 70k is going to be a very big level for a bounce back to the upside. Okay, so these are the levels and ranges that I'm going to be looking at for long positions. I think we've got multiple targets here. So we've got the previous support level here. We've got the SMC weekly, which we know it literally comes down to the T. And we can look at what happened last time, right? So if we look at the weekly, kind of pinged just below, the second weekly closed above, and then rocket ship. Okay, so if we come down, tap this, ping below, this is where I'm going to be looking for entries. If we ping just below this SMC weekly, or even if we touch it, I'm going to be looking for entries. And the best thing about this trade is that I can set a stop loss just below, right? So let's say we come down, we tap it, we start to ping just below. I can set a stop loss just below wherever I want. So I'm only risking a very small percentage for a reversal bounce. Then it's going to be a key move, okay? Because if we come down to this SMC bot, It's going to be a key move. Are we going to get rejected from the previous support, right? This is previous support. What happens when you break it? It flips into resistance. So this is going to be our next major level, and it's going to be 90k. Are we going to go into a continued downtrend? Okay, so like something like this, or are we going to bounce off this level and then break up into new highs? Okay, don't forget, this would actually be roughly where the inauguration is going to be as well. So it's kind of lining up depending on how fast things move over the next few weeks. That's what I'm looking at right now. Is this guaranteed to play out? Absolutely not, guys. This is just all the signals. I look at the data. I don't trade on feelings. I look at the data. Hey, the smart money is selling. We've got multiple signals here. The SMC bot has given us multiple sell signals, and we're also tapping this level multiple times, right? We've got lots of different confluence here that says we are going to have a pullback. Am I bullish long term? Absolutely. I'm still bullish on the macro. I have taken some more profits off the table just because I think if things are going to come down, I'm going to take some profits. You know, some of our investments were up. OXO was up. GFI, I sold all of my GFI. I'd sold a lot of the high risk plays. Took some more profits from Baby Pepe. Took some more profits from OXO. Sold Clo. Loads of stuff that we'd made gains on. I took off the table and put into USDC. Why USDC? Also because ETH can pull back quite a lot. If BTC has a big move here, ETH can come down quite a bit as well, and I don't really want to be sitting in there. Also, my Solana bags, they can come down quite a lot as well, so I did move some Solana to USDC as well. Took some profits from my long, so my render long that I posted to take in the pullback, so after we had that horrible summer sell-off, so we took some profits on render up here around 12.30. Obviously, we got in down here. Guys, we were up like 25-30x, right? We'd made colossal amounts of money. So we took some profits here. And I took a long position here. You can see at 463. And I was hoping that we could push up to new highs, guys. But I changed with the data, right? Can we still push up to $25? That was my DCA out target too, was render at $25. I hope so. I've still got spot bags and render. Just because I'm trading it on leverage doesn't mean I don't have spot bags, right? I've still got spot bags of render. I've already taken out 30%, 33% near the top, like 12.30. We nearly sold near the top. I'm not going to say that we knew that was going to happen. We got a little bit lucky. We've made 25-30x. It was way more than I ever needed to make, and we took some profits off the table. So I'm in a different position to a lot of other people. I'm aware of that. I can't lose on render. I've already won. I've made a ton of money on render, Casper, Solana, BTC. I can't lose, right? But took some profits from this trade as well. It was only a smallish trade. I think I put 2,000 or 3,000 on, and made over 20,000, so $23,000 in a very short amount of time. I don't want to lose that, and render has started coming down since I took profits on this trade as well. So I can't complain. A lot of the things have actually come down quite a bit since we started to sell. So it's not been too bad, this decision to switch short. I mean, this could return. If BTC comes down to 70k, this could return 5-6x, right? A lot of my shorts that I've placed could return 3, 4, 5x. So I want to be making USDT on the way down so that if I do decide to get back in, hey, maybe I want to take some long positions when we find support. Maybe we come down to the SMC weekly and I'm like, this is a no-brainer for at least a bounce. I'm not saying we're going to fly back to all-time highs, but at least we get some sort of a bounce off the 70k level, considering we was at 108k. 30-40% pullbacks are very normal in crypto, and we haven't seen any recently. We also had some FUD, right? We also had some big FUD in the space that the US government are actually selling or planning to sell. They've been approved to sell some BTC. I think it's around $6 billion. So that FUD is going around. Have they sold yet? No, they haven't sold. Are we going to be able to see if they do sell because it's on chain, right? And we're going to see their transactions in real time. Are they going to sell? I think it's likely, guys. You don't go to try and get approved to sell the BTC if you're not going to sell it. And also, it's like a spit your dummy out sort of move. A lot of them are not happy about losing, and they're not happy about this whole crypto movement. A lot of them are very anti-crypto, and it's likely we're going to see them sell it, right? There's not 100% guaranteed, but it's likely we're going to see them sell, which is pathetic because they know that Trump is planning to accumulate BTC when he gets in, which means you're just going to have to buy it back, and if it's at a higher price, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Maybe even another Germany move. But we're going to see what happens. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'll keep you up to date with what I'm doing, what's going on with my trades, the next sort of moves. Do I think we're going to come down vertically here and go to 50k, 60k? Absolutely not. You know, is it possible? Anything's possible. I think we are going to have a little bit of a shakeout. A lot of people are starting to get bearish in the space, which sometimes is a very bullish thing. A lot of people are starting to get very, very bearish and calling at an actual top in the crypto market. This would be the first time that it's ended so soon, if that's the case. So I don't really like to go with theories that don't repeat history, right? This time's different is a very dangerous strategy, and also the markets are really designed to flip you out and shake you out as well. So I don't really like going along the lines of this time's different. I would rather look at history and also tracking the smart money, right? Tracking all of the highly profitable investors, because there's a lot of people on socials, who are not profitable investors. I literally track the best of the best, people with 90% win rates, 80% win rates, fund managers who are managing billions of dollars. These guys are in insane groups. They're connected. They get lots of information early. And if we see like sudden spikes like this to the upside, yes, okay, it might be time to panic. It might be time. But right now, we're more or less going sideways, but we did trickle up here, okay? So we are seeing some of the smart money start to dabble out a little bit. And if you look what happened in the sell in May go away, we also had a very similar period, but they didn't sell very much. A lot of the smart money do just hold until the end of the bull run. So whenever this smashes to the upside, it's likely we're at the end of the bull run. This is saying we're not at the end of the bull run, but it is saying that people are getting a little bit shaken out, which means that altcoins might have a bit of a sell-off as well. And we can see that looking across the market at different altcoins. That's it for now, guys. If you want to join the Discord, there's a free link to join the Discord below. Don't forget, I am not a financial advisor. Investing in crypto is highly risky. You can lose all your money in crypto. None of the information in this video is financial advice. This is just my strategy. This is just what I'm doing, and I've been in since 2022. I've already made colossal amounts of money. I've already DCA'd out 30, even maybe more with my recent sales in the last week or so. I've DCA'd out a lot of profits, and I can't lose, right? I'm in a position where I can't lose. So when the market goes down, I'll continue to sell, because it's all profits, right? It's not my own money. It's all house money. It's more profits. If the market goes up, I still have exposure because I still have a lot of my spot bags in the market. So whatever happens, I can't lose. If we were in May or June or July, it might be a different situation, right? Maybe I wouldn't have so much money in my spot bags, but because we're still in a macro bullish environment, we've got institutions flooding in. Trump is talking about accumulating BTC as a strategic reserve. I've sat through a cycle before. This is nothing. These little pumps, these little pullbacks are absolutely nothing. What's this, an 8 or 9% pullback? People are going to lose their minds if BTC comes down to 70k. They're going to be calling for the end of the market, right? They'll sell their crypto. They'll be calling for the end of the market. What usually happens in these scenarios is it completely rallies, right? It completely goes to the upside. We've just had this. We just had this thing at the end of summer, right? When we got to the end of summer, down here, this dip down here is actually the SMC Bot Weekly, right? It was the SMC Bot Weekly. This is where everyone was calling for the end of the market. It's dumping. We're going to go much lower. And this is where we bought Ondo. This is where we bought Sui. Sui was 0.85. It went up to like 5.30. We've got Ondo down here, just below $1. What else did we get? We got loads of different bits down here that were AOS. I think that done like a 3x. Say, if it was your first time buying Say, that done like a 2x or 3x. And then obviously I took a render long here as well. That's like 22 grand. And then I obviously ended up taking the BTC longs as well, which returned. They ended up returning around $200,000. So this can shake a lot of people out, and they miss these gains, right? There was a lot of people here who had sold all their crypto. There's a lot of people out of the market, and they missed this rally to the upside. And the same thing's likely to happen again. When we close below this weekly, I'm going to be very, very scared. Okay, if we come down here and we start closing below this weekly and we start to come further down, yeah, I would be very, very scared, guys. For now, smart money doesn't look too alarming. Okay, maybe a little nudge to say, hey, maybe take some profits off your degen plays. Doesn't look too alarming for low risk plays. We're also coming down now, guys. Look, it's re-attempting. I think it's having little squeezes. It's trying again, guys. It wants to go down so bad. It's having these little squeezes, trying to get out the people who are short late, or the late shorters. A lot of people don't short until you get down to these levels. So people probably got liquidated on high leverage here, like 92k. It pushed up to 94. So you're going to get loads of these little swings and squeezes. Usually you'll come back up and tap the 4 hour. So you see the SMC bot 4 hour. So it's given us a sell signal here at 97k. And it's rolling over now. Background's turned red. Usually you'll come down and you'll get these taps on the SMC bot before you actually get the big move to the downside. So something to watch out for. It's coming down. Wants to come. Look at this. Literally as I'm recording this video, it's coming down. That was a short squeeze, mate. Look at that. Lovely little short squeeze straight above the previous high, straight above this resistance here, tapping above this. Look at the volume profile as well. Look, to the T, it came back to the volume profile. That's volume profile is another great area when I'm looking for shorts for volume traded. If we lose this, we don't want to close below 92 for too long. I think we're going to come down. That's it for now, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these videos. Until then, I will catch you in the next one.